Welcome back to comptv, a place you can go for all things tech, and this is my first product review on the channel. But who cares what I think? Today we'll be taking a look at the Velocifire T11 mechanical keyboard. This is a full 104 key brown switch keyboard that Velocifire was kind enough to send for a review, so I'll do my best to do it justice. I'll start off with some basics of mechanical keyboards, then I'll explain what this particular keyboard has to offer along with my opinions and some fun glam shots and closing thoughts. As always, the links for all the products represented here will be in the description below, so let's make it happen. I'll have to address the entirety of mechanical keyboards in a separate video since there's so much to cover, but I do want to explain a few things to help make this review make a bit more sense to those of you who may be newer to the mechanical keyboard scene. To begin, the main difference between a mechanical keyboard and a membrane keyboard is that mechanical keyboards have individual switches under each of the keys, which are used to register the click of that key. This differs mainly from membrane keyboards in that it registers the clicking of your keys more accurately, benefiting those who are more regular typists, such as a programmer, a gamer, or even a blogger. Another benefit that mechanical keyboards have is a longer lifespan, which, if you're a cheap guy like me, means you can rest easy since you won't have to pay for another one anytime soon. Now, as previously mentioned, the Velocifire T11 is a brown switch keyboard. This is considered the mid-ground of mechanical switches. As a quick reference, there are three main switches popularized by Cherry: red, brown, and blues. To be general, the reds are generally recommended for gamers, with the blues being recommended for typists, and brown meaning somewhere in the middle. I'll only be able to compare the T11 with my other mechanical keyboard, the Thermaltake Poseidon Z, using blue switches. For a few quick disclaimers, one, neither of these keyboards are using Cherry switches, so do expect them to be slightly different from their original Cherry MX counterparts, and two, I'm no professional when it comes to keyboards, but as time goes on and I use more keyboards, I expect that I'll be able to provide more fine-tuned feedback. I can, however, provide an average consumer perspective, so hopefully that will be enough for the video. Now, to focus on some specifics to this keyboard, a main feature I mentioned in the thumbnail is that this is in fact see-through. The Cherry design construction is stable, even though it is made from plastic, revealing the keyboard's PCB as well as 5 evenly spaced blue LEDs, as well as the bleed through from the main LEDs of the keys. These provide a really cool accent to the base of the T11 as it sits on your desk or desk pad. This is definitely one of my favorite features of the T11, constantly gaining the oohs and ahs of my coworkers every time they walk past my desk. One thing to note is that there are no height adjustment mechanisms on the keyboard, so if you're particular about having feet or other ways to raise or lower the keyboard, you'll have to look elsewhere. I keep mine flat, so this didn't bother me at all. Speaking of LEDs, the T11 is also fully backlit, featuring 6 different LED colors. Although the colors are positioned statically, they are very vibrant and coincide well with the different lighting effects. There are 5 lighting effect modes in total and controllable speed and brightness, so let's take a look at those now. These lighting features are becoming increasingly popular among third-party manufacturers, and for good reason, since they are tons of fun to play with and with the customizable layouts can even provide sick functionality. In reference to the keys themselves, they are double shot and provide end key rollover, meaning lots of durability and lifespan, as well as being able to say that you have a keyboard with double shot keys and end key rollover. Another perk is that Velocifire did a great job avoiding the clunky font that comes with many of the third-party keyboards on Amazon, which a lot of people will appreciate, I'm sure. You know who you are. Now, of course, we have to mention the key switches, which in this case are Zorro Browns, a Cherry MX Brown clone. These were perfect for the office environment where I've been using the keyboard, providing quiet feedback, which is even sometimes quieter than some of the membrane keyboards my coworkers use. Here's a quick noise comparison between the blue switches and the browns. Strangely enough, one of my favorite features of the T11 are that it comes with shortcut keys, such as a My Computer button, a search button, and my personal favorite, the calculator button. This may seem a little simple, but it's super helpful for someone like me who does short calculations frequently and would like a quick way to open and close various features. Overall, I have no issues recommending this keyboard. One major complaint I do have though is that the knockoff Zorro brown switches did leave my hands feeling a bit more achy and strained compared to my Kali blues in my Thermaltake keyboard. I have been told that Cherry MX Browns are a little less muddy to press, but either way, I think this may be more of a personal preference anyway, since I've been using the blue switches exclusively for the last 3 years. I would note again, however, that these browns have been perfect for my work environment, though using the T11 Blue Switch Edition with O-ring sound dampeners may be a better solution in this case. Oh, and a huge point to mention is that this keyboard is only $40 in its brown switch variation, and only $10 more for the blue switches. As a recap, I would recommend this keyboard to those of you wanting to have a fun and durable mechanical keyboard for $50 or less. That's it for this one, so I hope you enjoyed the first review ever on this channel, and hopefully I helped you understand this keyboard a bit more. If you haven't seen my giveaway video, check it out here since it will be ending next week and the winners will be contacted then. Give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful or entertaining, and also subscribe for more tech content like this, including the build videos coming in the near future. Oh, and I'm Lee from comptv. Oh, and by the way, I've used this keyboard for over a week, and in fact, I'm using it right now to type this script.